Are you going to write second PUC examinations in 2026? If yes, then you're at the right place. This video is all about the tips and tricks that I followed to score 95.33% in my first PUC and 96.5% in my second PUC. Hello everyone, I am Srimeda and you're watching MEDico MEDhu.
MEDico MEDhu, MEDico MEDhu, MEDico MEDhu, MEDico MEDhu.
So all of the tips and tricks that I'm going to share in this video are related to theory exams, that is related to the PUC exams, and these are proven tips for me. That's the reason I'm sharing to all of you. And yes, most of you might be knowing few of the tips that I'm going to share, but this would be helpful for the rest of the people. That's the reason you can watch this video until the end, and also in the end I'll be sharing few recommended YouTube channels that you can follow. Recently second PUC timetable for the final exams is released, right? So after seeing that, I thought of making this video. First I'll talk about languages, then I'll talk about the core subjects PCMB, as these were the core subjects: physics, chemistry, maths and biology. For English and Hindi, what you can do is you can write all the keywords after reading the textbook, so you can recall all the important points and at the same time make notes that you can follow at the end. So note making here in case of English and Hindi is to write the keywords from the chapter. That's how you can actually recall whatever you have learned and read them before your exams. Before using this tip, I used to make a lot of spelling mistakes in Hindi, but once I started using this technique, that is writing the things and then learning them, this helped me reduce a lot of spelling mistakes, and this was done after my teacher suggested me in 10th standard. That's the reason I am asking people who are like me, that is who make mistakes in spellings, to follow this technique and score well and not lose marks. You can also try writing long answers before the exam so that you get to know how well you know about that chapter and about the long questions which are most probable to come. I'm talking about the PYQs here actually, that is when you go through the PYQs and get to know how to write them, you will be in a better position and you will be able to write the answers in a better way, and that too in less time you will be able to write very long answers also. As this is for the practice purpose, I had usually preferred writing all of this in a rough handwriting, and that was sufficient for me. So what goes well for you can be followed. That is, if you want to practice in a good handwriting, then that's up to you, but to save time I used to practice in a normal handwriting only. And yes, that's the reason all of these are written in that way. The more you practice, the more better you will be in the grammar part for both of these languages, and along with that, be familiar with the letter writing formats to score well. Physical chemistry, physics, and maths, these three subjects can be categorized under one roof because mostly in these papers they test us our problem solving ability, and in order to solve different problems in a proper way, we will have to know formulae. And if we know the formulae, we will also have to know the derivations also, because derivations also hold a good share of marks in the entire question paper pattern. That's the reason, to focus on the derivations and formulae, we can make a formula chart like this where we include all the important formulae of any particular chapter, and this helps in quick revision before the exams. In 11th standard, I had made a separate set of papers like this to accommodate all the important two proof questions and derivations, but in 12th that was not possible because in 12th standard we will have to solve integration questions, differentiation questions. Altogether it is more of calculus, and in calculus, until and unless we practice it, we don't get it. And that's the reason I had to practice a lot and a lot before the exams, because at the end of the day, the only way to master calculus is by practice and practice. For inorganic and organic chemistry, write all the reactions at one place so that you can easily memorize and revise them whenever you want. And trust me, this is going to help you at the end, where you have to revise all of the reactions one day before the exam. You will not be stressed and you will be very confident to write the exam because you have revised all the reactions multiple times. Coming to inorganic chemistry's configuration part, you can actually make tricks to remember them. Finally, coming to biology, Unlike other subjects, you have to draw more diagrams. The more diagrams you draw, the more impressed the evaluator will be. That's the reason draw all the diagrams involving complex labelings and all of that at one place so that it will be easier for you to refer and practice before the exam. And when it comes to topics where you have to memorize a lot, make tables like this, and also flowcharts will also do, as complex topics can be concised this way. Be it any subject, at the end of the day, the way you present and the way you involve the valid points from the textbook will matter, and that's counted for the evaluation. Hence, write all of those things in a proper way. Finally, what's important is to learn what is more important first and what is not later, for which you can refer PYQs and sample papers which the examination authority releases every year. These are the tips which are applicable for writing any theory exam. So the takeaway of this entire video is to write and learn, because writing helps to retain a lot of things for more long time, that is for long duration. You can remember complex things in a better way, and also simple things along with the complex things can be written in a proper manner in the exams. So that's the reason we are advised, that is our parents and teachers advise us to write and practice, revise, and then re-revise the things to have a good result. So that was the same thing that I wanted to convey through this video. So hope you liked it. Keep watching my videos. Until then, subscribe my channel, like this video, and share it with all of your friends. Bye bye.